Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. On this video, we're going to be finishing up the quest, Ryder Family Secrets. And we've been working on this quest pretty much the entire game, finding memory triggers and unlocking memories. It says a mysterious individual is involved with the Andromeda Initiative, a benefactor. Investigate this person further while you continue searching for memory triggers. On hold, find a way to unlock the extra security on your father's final memory, and we need to speak with Director Tan about the benefactor. So let's mark that as the active quest. We're also going to be completing our third romance and getting the trophy for that. And both of those are going to be done on the Nexus. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is find Carrie and talk to her. And she's up there.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
You're back.
My arrest was a clerical error. Translation, our heroic Pathfinder took an interest and now you're bad PR. Truth hurts. A Pathfinder can handle the dangers out there. For us ordinary people, it's too much. I want to finish the documentary, take a stand for what matters. But what is that? What's best for the initiative?
The truth or keeping people inspired? I'd say keeping people inspired, actually.
Hopes and dreams got us to Andromeda. Let's get everyone dreaming even bigger.
Okay, have your Sam give me everything it recorded in that remnant city. I'll cut it into a great adventure, heroic explorers, fiendish Ket, and the deadly beauty of Andromeda. And that will be the grand finale to my documentary. I'm free to take a break with whomever I like.
You mean...
I hope you still feel that something. I still do. Meet me at Vortex later. We deserve a night out.
Okay, meet Carrie at the Vortex.
You made it. I ordered some snacks. You like these, don't you?
I do, actually. Thank you.
And I asked the bartender to signal if you know who comes by. It's funny, I know so much about you already. I guess this is your chance to get to know me.
I'd like that.
Then tell me everything, mysterious Miss Tavessa. Like, how did you get into journalism?
My parents were ambassadors. I had a misspent youth sailing around the bay and going to fancy diplomatic parties. Thing is, a lot of politics gets decided at those parties. History's made, and no one's watching. One day, I put down my cocktail and picked up a camera.
What did your parents think?
And your parents were just fine with you filming all their important friends?
Oh, goddess, no. They disowned me. But it brought me to Andromeda. And to you. I know what this is. Out there, you have another life. But when you come home, maybe we can belong together.
We already do.
Of course. This already feels special, you and me.
Something special? Goddess, I want you to whisper that in my ear. What if we skip out, have drinks at my place instead?
What are we having?
Whatever you'd like.
And trophy earned Matchmaker. 3 romances in 1 playthrough. And that's the most you can do as far as I know. There might be some bugs that allow you to do more, but 3 is the most you're supposed to be able to do. So anyways, that's out of the way. I believe there is another interview with her a little bit later though, so the quest is not completed. Let's get back to the Ryder family secrets. So we need to speak with Director Tan.
I talk to my family every day. They can't believe half.
Nexus exiles find a home as former security are implicated in the mutiny. An investigation revealed Nexus security head Sloan Kelly played a role in the uprising that killed dozens. Initiative authorities tracked the exiles, including Kelly, to Kadara, a desert planet in the Gavorkan system. Initiative Director Jaren Tan did not mince words when news of the exile port was made public.
Kadara is dangerous. The exiles are dangerous. Stay away from Kadara. I cannot stress this enough.
This is HNS.
Hello, Pathfinder.
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
The Asari seem happy just to be alive, but the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Ryder, as I said before, you have more than proven your mettle as a Pathfinder. You stand on the threshold of greatness. If Meridian is everything you believe, our salvation is near. I always knew great things were in store for you. Did you have some other business?
Mysterious benefactor.
I'm curious. What do you know about the people who backed the initiative?
What everyone knows. Garson was the founder and visionary. Unfortunately, she died on the Nexus during the Scourge disaster.
Is there anyone else?
I would almost welcome them. A voice to silence the rabble. Then Kesh might listen. But no, we're alone. Why do you ask?
There is someone else.
I have information that suggests Garson wasn't the only one.
What sort of information?
It's complicated, but there was a silent partner. A benefactor.
Even if that were true, we've been here 14 months with no sign of them. This partner is either a phantom, missing, or dead. Nope, Garson was the beacon. A sad end to someone of such stature. Dying alone.
Oh?
It was chaos. By the time they found her, she was already dead, succumbed to her injuries.
That's convenient.
That's some kind of luck. Dying after a 600-year trip she organized personally?
No one ever said fate is kind. If you're suggesting something else happened, Ryder, I'd rather you didn't. Let's not add to the confusion.
Thank you for your time.
Investigate the Nexus records about Garson's death.
If you wish to pursue this further, accessing Nexus security records may reveal more information.
Let's do that.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Okay. What are we
I
looking
interrupted
for,
him.
any information relating to Jean Garson's death.
Okay, now they're done. Missing Persons Report, J. Garson. File number blah blah blah. Andromeda Initiative founder Jean Garson has been reported missing. She was last seen during the emergency stasis revival that occurred after the Scourge encounter. A bulletin has been issued. Garson investigation closed. File whatever addendum. Update to the Missing Persons Report filed on Jean Garson. Maintenance crew found her body in a Nexus apartment. Severe burns were apparent, similar to others we saw who were killed during Scourge disaster. During Scourge disaster. Should be during the Scourge disaster. It's unclear how she got there, but confusion and disorientation during the Scourge event are likely. Events align with the timeline. Cause of death? Casualty of Scourge disaster. Status, case closed. And it says activate. Sure.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
The only hard fact is that her body was found in one of the apartments.
Then connecting her death to the Scourge disaster was mere speculation.
Yeah, they just wanted this to go away. I think we need to check out that apartment.
Environmental data will allow us to reconstruct the scene.
Okay, investigate the Nexus apartment where Jean Garson was found dead.
Any logistics updates? Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Apparently, nothing to say.
This is where Jean Garson's body was discovered.
What are we looking for?
If you scan the room, environmental data may allow for scene recreation.
Scene recreation.
There. This was no accident. She was murdered.
As this incident occurred over a year ago, her killer is likely far away by now.
Yeah. But, wait. This whole area was shuttered back then. Didn't open until the Hyperion arrived. So what was Garson even doing here?
Perhaps a further scan of the room is in order.
Extrapolating data from environmental sensors. Precision threshold 82%. Jean Garson was present, as was an additional unknown person. Okay, we got something over here. Hidden door. Door detected. There is a hidden door in the wall.
What do we have here?
Garson notes. Entry 1.1. 2119. 2819. There we go. In 2179, once mentioned a storm is coming. Said evidence was clear. Meaning? Andromeda. Why? Hyperion. Still no contact. Where is Alec? Did they get him too?
This is Jean Garson. I don't have much time. I've been hiding in the sealed-off sections of the Nexus since we got here. Someone's trying to kill me, and now I can hear them down in the hydroponics area. They're coming. I've embedded what I know in my VI in the Cultural Center. This log has the code. And whatever happens... Oh god, they're outside the door.
Wow, this is some serious shit.
Yes, deeply troubling. I have the code she mentioned for the VI kiosk.
Well, this just got interesting.
I'm Gian Garson.
Welcome back.
Founder of the initiative. On behalf of the next...
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the
Secret message.
people who have arrived.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec, Ryder, and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way.
Perhaps the answer is in your father's final locked memory. It is now available to view in Sam Node.
We're glad you could...
Let's go check that out.
Alright, we got the final memory.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Angry woman still hanging out. So, the benefactor. Interesting. Dumped in lots of money.
Is it
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Play the memory.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
this threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And then 7. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Sam, transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
He should have told us.
This should never have been kept secret.
Your father didn't want to raise false hopes. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
Dad's plan.
So this was Dad's plan.
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Reapers.
Now we know what GN Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reaper's return was imminent.
Gian Garson's murder.
But why was GN Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the Benefactor?
Unknown.
Is the Milky Way okay?
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Other questions? Leave.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Before we do that, let's go listen to these new unlocked entries. She's not going anywhere. She's in stasis.
Your father's personal logs.
So let's see. Where did we leave off? We heard everything under Benefactor, I think. Yep. So other logs. Milky Way emergency.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious Benefactor.
Turian SOS.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Alliance SOS.
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save us.
Liara to Sony transmission.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
The Benefactor.
Alec, this is Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our Benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Message to Garson.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the Benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
Other questions. And that seems to be it. Other logs.
Securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Log off. So, they know about the Reaper attack. But they kept it quiet. Guess it really doesn't help anyone to know about it yet. Although they knew about it before it happened, so they believed Shepard. Okay, we need to go to the cryo bay.
Fireworks in Cephessa as outpost colonists out-engineer an Angaran outlaw and destroy his ship in a daring rescue. This is HNS.
This is not good.
What year is it?
2819.
Whoa.
It's been a long nap.
Why do I feel so crappy?
Probably because your head's on a swivel.
Take it easy, and you'll get your bearings back.
I don't think she's gonna be okay, Doc.
There you are. What's going on? Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
You'll never believe this.
If you could have one person back in your life, who would it be?
Mom? No question there. Wait a minute. Elizabeth Riley? The initials. E.R. Are you saying?
I saw Dad's last memory. E.R. is Ellen Ryder. He brought her along. Sarah, it's Mom.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Stasis froze her disease.
Apparently, putting her into stasis also put her disease on hold.
Its progress has been halted. Alec put her in stasis after she fell unconscious in the hospital.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
I said the same thing. But does it really matter? She's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
We can't risk it, or then let's cure her. Yeah, we definitely can't risk it. Bring her all the way here just to let her out, and then she dies? Not a good plan. We can't risk it.
I guess you're right. We don't want to mess around with that.
Your father understood this would take time.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Won't she be surprised?
Waking her up will be fun. Surprise, Mom, you're still alive. Dad put you on ice.
And, oh, almost forgot. You're in Andromeda now.
An unusual way to greet your mother, but I will defer to you. My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Alright, and we finally completed that quest. Interesting. Their mother is here. Alive, but in stasis, still diseased.
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you.
Okay, and I don't think I have any new codexes, but apparently I do. The journey so far, a crew like no other. More Drac. Why do I have something for Drac? Let's see. Oh, there we go. After helping Drac secure the stolen seed vault, the two of you decided to let off a little steam. After a rousing round of fire-breathing thresher maws of doom, and one hell of a Kadara bar fight, you and Drac have a bond nothing can extinguish. Romantic entanglements. You had a brief but memorable fling with Asari documentary filmmaker Carrie Tavessa. Okay. Ryder. The ties that bind. By unlocking your father's memories within Sam, you discovered that your mother Ellen is still alive and in stasis aboard the Hyperion. You also discovered the truth about the Reaper threat to the Milky Way. Known associates. Dr. Ellen Ryder. Let's see. Alec Ryder chose to use the resources of the Andromeda Initiative and placed Ellen in stasis under an assumed name. He hoped that scientific discoveries in Andromeda would enable him to save her. Ellen Ryder currently remains safely in stasis under the alias Elizabeth Riley. The Initiative, the Andromeda Initiative. Let's see. Removal of the memory block sheds light on the renewed urgency behind the initiative's launch. An unknown benefactor working with G and Garson, and Alec Ryder himself, believed claims concerning the Reapers, reportedly a galaxy-wide menace that returns at 50,000-year intervals to threaten all life in the Milky Way. The Andromeda Initiative's priorities secretly changed from a purely scientific and colonization effort to a last resort measure to preserve sentient life. Details on the current situation in the Milky Way are sparse and impossible to confirm. A non-QEC signal in either direction, traveling at light speed, would take 2.5 million years to arrive. This lends new weight to the initiative's success here in Andromeda. And then we have the Andromeda Initiative, G and Garson. Based on newly uncovered information, it is now understood that Garson was murdered on the Nexus upon first arriving in Andromeda, at the hands of an unknown assailant. Though the motivations for her murder remain unclear, it has come to light that a silent partner, or benefactor, was the true source of funding for the Andromeda Initiative, a secret that Garson kept from the public, much to her later regret. Alright. Anything else? Yeah. Oh, no. That's the Scourge. The Scourge that will never go away. Okay. And with that, we are all done. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.